Well, good afternoon, YouTube. So welcome back to my Woodturning Live. My name's Dan, and I'm a progressive woodturner. So basically today, I've got a lovely piece of British oak on the lathe. I nearly said ash, but it's definitely oak. It's definitely oak. But today we're going to try and turn this into another decorative piece. And yeah, if you're new to my Woodturning Lives, I was going to say I've been woodturning for a couple of years. And but yeah, I was going to say today's going to be quite interesting. I did turn a beautiful piece of spalted beech the other day, which is on my channel if you haven't seen that. So but yeah, I'm back on the traditional tools, and but yeah, we're not gonna do too much talking. We are gonna get turning. So we'll just see how this goes progressively with the speed, basically. So all right, let's have a quick look now. Something's tapping. That faceplate's on quite nicely there. So what I'm going to do just before I start turning is I'm just going to give it a quick measure. We're just on 9.5 inches by 4 inches. Okay, 9.5 by 4. So we're going to bring this tool rest up, and I'm just going to lock this in place so we don't have any accidents basically while we're wood turning. So I really do not want this piece going absolutely anywhere. Hi Jean, I was going to say welcome back to my live. But yeah, I was going to say we've just hit over 3,000 subscribers, and we're heading into week 8. The reason why things are a little bit slow at the moment with my content is I've got my mum in hospital. So basically, yeah. So I'll be making a very long journey tomorrow just to go and bring her the supplies she requires. So no time like the present to jump on the lathe, basically. So but yeah, we'll talk 9 3/4 inches by 4. But if you haven't seen the spalted beech I turned yesterday, I recommend going to see it. It was actually a beautiful piece of spalted beech. So we're going to start off at 95 revs, and we're going to take it from there, really. With oak being so heavy, you know, I have to gradually build that speed up so I don't end up with the lathe trying to walk away with itself. So put 291, 400 revs there, okay, 400 revs. So we're going to crack on, and we're going to see how we get on with this piece today. If you're not new to my woodturning lives, I'm pretty much self-taught woodturner, and hopefully, yeah, if you want to join my journey, then don't forget to support the channel. It is free. That looks crazy dangerous. It can be. It can be. Yeah, it depends really. It depends. As I was going to say, there's a wood lathe from Record Power, and what I'm turning today is a piece of British oak. And yeah, I love wood turning. I think it's a great practical skill to have. And if you're not new to my lives, I was going to say I've been wood turning for a couple of years now, and I can only progress and get better. But if you'd like to support my journey on YouTube, I've only been on YouTube 8 weeks. We've just hit over 3,000 subscribers, which is incredible. But yeah, if you like seeing how things are made, I was going to say, and yeah, you want to learn a little bit more about wood turning, then don't forget to support the channel. It is free. Right, okay, we're going to stop there 1 second. I'm just going to take one good look at it, really. We're just trying to get some kind of shape at the moment, some kind of form. And yeah, I've been woodturning for a couple of years now. I think it's a challenging kind of hobby, to say the least. And I've got over 400 people in the room. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to say that I'm based in Wales in the UK, next to England. Across the pond from Ireland. And it's very icy but sunny today. So we've been blessed with some very, very harsh, icy weather. So Ben is my name. There's a lathe. Hi Tim, welcome to my live, buddy. But yeah, if you got any questions, fire away into the comments and I'll try and help out or point people in the right direction. Pretty much what I've learned over the last 18 months while woodturning. We're at 400 revs at the moment, so we'll build it a lot faster. The main concern at the moment is basically ensuring this piece is lovely and secure. We don't want it coming off the lathe, we don't want to have any accidents, and we don't want to end up with any broken fingers. So, thank you very much, Ben. Yes, it is dry. I've got it down to about 17% moisture. I'm in mid Wales, in the middle. I was going to say it's, yeah, I don't disclose my location on lives, but yeah, I'm in the middle of Wales, in the mountains. So we're going to go up to about 500 revs, okay? 500. We can get up to about 1,000. So we're about halfway with the speed here at the moment. So we can go a lot faster. Make sure this is in proportion, basically. But yeah, I've only ever had 2 accidents on the lathe, and one was basically not wearing my face shield, and I got jabbed in the eye with a tiny bit of sawdust. And the second one was I caught my hand on the tailstock, which is quite a nasty point on there. So, but yeah, and I think just when woodturning, you've got to take your safety incredibly serious, because you can get hurt quite badly. I would say touch wood, but I'm not going to touch that. I'm not touching that. Right, we may speed up again very shortly, very shortly. I'm not too bothered about the tool marks at the moment because we still need to do a lot more shaping up and stuff. So I've still got a flat edge here, as you can see, this little half moon. We should have one on the other side. Yes, we do. So we're going to get rid of these 2. We'll make it oval and then we'll make it round. Okay. So but as you can see, the darker part of the wood here, the dark part of the wood is the tan of the wood, the whiter is the white oak. As you can see here, there's this patch here. It's a type of spalting, a type of fungus which grows in the wood. It can add character to the piece. So we'll see how we get on. How do you know when you're applying too much pressure and kickback? If you're applying too much pressure, basically, what will happen that the gouge will just, it'll get stuck in the wood, basically. So you want to let the lathe spin the piece and let the bowl gouge actually cut it. So you can see here on the other end of my gouge here, my chisel, I maintain bevel contact with this, and I keep it actually on the wood as it's spinning, So you have to keep your tools when woodturning incredibly sharp. I was going to say, because if you're trying to cut with dull tools, it's not going to cut. Okay, it's just going to bounce on the piece, and like that, it can be incredibly dangerous. So, but yeah, it's this is a 1/2 inch bowl gouge. I do have another one, which is a 3/8 bowl gouge. It's same profile, just a smaller flute. Have I got it here? Yes, I do. I've actually just ordered another one. Yeah, exactly, Tim. Exactly, Tim. So you don't want to be adding too much pressure. A lot of people tend to start with things like carbide, which are little tips like this. See the little disc on the end, incredibly sharp, but these go blunt. So do these. If you sharpen these, you replace the tips with these. Okay. Say, but yeah, if anybody's new to my wood turning lives, etc., don't forget to support the channel. It's I've got some nice wood, certainly do. It's a beautiful piece of oak, and I also turn ash. I've just actually finished a piece of olive ash, which is this is the kind of look we're going for. Okay, so once we got into the shape we want, then we'll start hollowing it out. Okay, so it's a nice little sized fruit bowl. Ash and olive ash are very different. So, I mean, there's a piece of spalted ash. So, this is olive ash. See the difference? One's a lot lighter than the other. So, yeah, I'm going to say I work with lots of different types of timber. I work with oak, ash, beech, elm. There's quite a few of them. I'm going to be delving into a bit of the epoxy stuff because I'd like to have a bit of a bash at that. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, we're 8 weeks on, 8 weeks into YouTube, 3,000 somewhere around that mark subscribers, which is incredible. I'm going to speed up again, 600 revs per minute, okay? 600 revs, and you'll tell from when it's actually flying. See, I look like it's going backwards. Yeah, I was going to say, there's what we call in the UK an RPT, a registered personal tutor. But yeah, if you've got any questions, you can say fire away. Sorry, I was missing your comment there. I better read it before it goes away. A couple of large apple trees came down in February. I would love to have something made from them. Apples are beautiful. That type of timber to turn. I don't have any here in the shop at the moment, but yeah, I was going to say it's the only types of timber I tend to stay away from is things like willow, because willow is has that tendency to hold moisture. That's why they plant it by rivers and lakes and floodplains, etc., because it sucks up lots of moisture. And yeah, it can be a bit of a pain to turn, because when you try and cut it, it turns into this cotton wool type of consistency. And it doesn't matter if you've got razor sharp tools, it definitely takes a lot of work to get a clean finish on it. Alder's good one. Yeah, alder's good. Well, we get oxidized alder here in Wales, and it turns like orange once it's been freshly cut. And what oxidizes it is when it's freshly felled and it comes into the environment it's felled in. When it hits the air, it tends to turn very orange, and if you're not careful, it'll actually stay in your hands like an umpa. And yeah, it's great stuff though. It's actually a hardwood, but it's one of the softer hardwoods. But again, can end up looking beautiful. So what I want to try and do now is about a tiny bit of that flat edge to remove here, just a small area. Then I'm going to start working on the sides here, basically, to remove this bulk of bark here, clean up this what I like to class as inner bark, and yeah, and then we'll put a tenon on, basically a tenon. How can I best explain the tenon? I've got one here with a tenon on it. I must have one with a tenon. I did have. There we are. There's the one with a tenon on it. So it looks like this, okay? So we create this tenon and a foot. So basically when I create the tenon, I can grip it with the jaws like this, okay? And then as it's spinning, I can actually hollow the piece out. All right, so let's crack on. Thanks very much for your question. Yeah, Alder's very pretty, very pretty. I did turn a lovely piece of alder once, and I dropped it off the lathe, and as soon as it hit the concrete floor, smashed the side of it. But yeah, I can say we get a lot of it here, but we get a lot of dieback ash, we get oak, we get alder. So we get all sorts of different types of timber, but yeah, oak's one of my favourites. I think it's got a beautiful it's got really beautiful characteristics to it. So, 377 people in the room. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. What you see me doing there is a push cut, okay? Push cut. And then one towards me. The pull cut, okay? Push, pull. You're in Ireland. My name's Dan. My name's Dan. You're in Ireland, just across the pond. Yes, I actually spent some time in Ireland, over in County Wicklow by Powerscourt. Beautiful place, not far from Dublin. Nice, okay. So my main aim now, you can see the spalting here, which is kind of gives it a bit of a pattern into the oak, and some of you can see the different colour variations going on here. And say, but we've got nearly 600 people in the room. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to bring this tool rest, okay? What you see here is the banjo, okay? Tool rest, okay? What it's all sitting on the bed. Headstock, and on the other side of the leg I've got a tailstock. So I can literally ram it between two points. So, and we want to get that as close as possible basically, because if you don't want any gaps, you're going to get your gouge stuck. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So, yes, it is a gorgeous place. I went to actually Powerscourt Gardens, and big waterfall there, isn't there? So, yeah, absolutely stunning place, stunning. But yeah, my main aim now is I'm going to do some push cuts, push this out basically, and try and keep that form, that natural bowl shape. So to do that, I'm going to swap over to my 3/8 bowl gouge, because the 1/2 inch is great, but it's quite aggressive. It can remove quite a lot of timber, okay? Remove quite a lot of timber very quickly. So same profile like I said before, but this time we're coming back out, okay? So you don't want to grip these things, because if you do get a catch when you wood turn in, this is steel and you can really hurt your hands. So but yeah, we'll crack on. But thank you very much for all your questions. 61 likes. Thank you very much. Just noticed that. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you. Right, let's crack on. So again, same process as if I was going this way. I'm going this way now. I'm running out of room on that tool rest, so bring it back round, okay? Let's bring it round so I've got full length of the tool rest. You can see the bead here, which I'm nearly pushed out of the way. Nearly pushed out of the way. Now, the reason why we stop and start the lathe so much, basically, is just to keep an eye on the cuts we're making, because once you've removed the area, you don't want to keep the lathe spinning and keep cutting, because you could just basically be cutting timber off and making the piece a lot smaller than what you want. So I've only got this little area now to take off, put the tenon on the foot, or flip it, okay? Or flip it around. Quite like this markings here. I mean, the tan of the wood here, you can see the darker area, and I can see the white oak, okay, and the tan. So you get these two different colour variations going on. So quite interesting. Shall we speed up? 700, okay. Okay. Now, I didn't just start on this big hefty lathe, okay? I started on a small one, which gave me the basics. Just say that, something the basics, and yeah, and then I realised I wanted to make much bigger pieces, hence why I needed a bigger lathe. So, but I don't know what the weather's like for you guys, girls, ladies and gents, and Woodturners. It's very icy here today in Wales. It's not the warmest, but I've got a very, very big man's journey to make tomorrow. I gave a man. Nice to see you back. Nice to see you back. I've not been on for a few days. My mum is actually in hospital, so running errands. So up and down Wales at the moment. So okay, I think we've got our shape, okay, we've got our form. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. I was going to say it's very it smells very nice in here, by the way. It smells lovely. And yeah, I was going to say, it's, you know, with bakers and you can smell the bread. Yeah, it smells like wood. It smells like wood. So I'm from Scotland. I'm from Wales, buddy. What I'm going to do, let me get this one out. It's a big machete, it's a bowl scraper. So, cleans it up. So I'm not cutting, I'm actually scraping to remove those tool marks. So now I remove that bark, it's quite smooth. I'm in mid-Wales. I'm in the middle of Wales. Yeah, I've lived in North Wales, I've lived in South Wales, and I was born in South Wales, and now I'm in the middle. In the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. So, but yeah, everything you see today, basically, it's 99% of what you see here today, I've taught myself. So, by watching YouTube videos and, yeah, just basically trial and error, learning and making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. It's all part of the process. So, what I've got here is a roughing tip, okay, made of carbide. So, from New South Wales. Is that in America or is that in the UK? You say, right, we're going to put 10 on. Keep it at 700. Okay, I'm quite comfortable at that speed at the moment. Okay, now as you can see, I've got 10 in. I thought I grip it with this, okay? And once I've finished the bowl, I'll take that tenon off and it sits on this foot, okay? I'll do it as a big example. So I'm taking the 3/8 back out, okay? I'm just going to feather that edge back in. Afternoon, Dave. Nice to see you back in the live. Yeah, I've taken a few days off out of the workshop basically because yeah, family aren't well and yeah, priorities and all that kind of shebang. There we are, that's all I've got now, Dave. Big bowl scraper. Hamlet one. Good man. Decent. Right. You stop there a second. What's going to be used for? Probably a decorative piece, buddy. Decorative piece. So I just want to ensure that oh, in fact, I've got a dovetail on it. 1 second. Skew. Will be. It will be. Right, let's have a look. 93 likes, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Got a couple of tiny little tool marks here which I'd like to take out. Before I do that, I'm going to grab my 3/8. I'm going to speed right up because the faster that lathe's spinning, clean those cuts. Right. Okay. 596 people in the room. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Right, okay, well, we're ready to flip it. Okay. We're ready to flip it. Lock our headstock so it doesn't spin. The key. Thank you very much, Gamer. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, we're up to 3,000 in about 8 weeks. Doing really, really, really well. Really, really well. Do seem to have a troll though. Loves going over all my videos. Got to give him something to do, I suppose. To stop making content, they get bored. Right, here we are. Look at our shape, okay? Our shape, our form, okay? Nearly 700 people in the room. Thank you very much, Hunter. You love the craft? Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike. You know, we start somewhere, don't we? So I'm going to take that tenon now, okay? Stick it in these jaws, okay? Make sure it's completely comfortable in there. All no gaps. I'm going to lock that up. Right, I want to get just over quarter, just over quarter, but just under halfway, okay? Because when I put the gouge on, I'm sitting centre, okay? Lock that, give it a nice spin, but first things first, bear with me for 1 second, I'm going to a fixed blade knife. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I do a lot of mine with these gouges, okay? You probably know what this is, probably, which I spin you around. Excuse a little mess. There's my first lathe. There. This is my first lathe. This is the one I began on. Mini lathe. Robert Sulby Pro Edge. Okay, so I'm just going to sharpen this up. I've just put a new belt on it. 120 grit belt. So. That's all it takes to sharpen it, okay? Now it's razor sharp, okay? Razor sharp. The reason I've done that basically is because, yeah, I'd like to have extremely sharp tools before 800 people in the room. Wow, man. Wow. Okay, we just dropped 744. But yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. So, yeah, the Robert Sulby Pro Edge sharpens tools very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. With 700 revs there. So what I want to do, I'm going to clean the face up so I've got a nice even face to work on, okay? So there we are. Nice even face all the way around, okay? I'm making a bowl actually, a wooden bowl. Not many. I did have a piece. Oh, is it still in here? It may not be still in here. Is it in here? I did have a piece come off, and yeah, I lost 3/4 of the bowl, and yeah, sent me running the one way. So, start in the middle. So how many are new to my lives who are in the room right now? 600 people in the room, over 100 likes, 107 likes. Thank you very, very, very much. Really do appreciate that. What's my favourite thing I've made? I no longer have it. It was a vase. Really beautiful vase. I do want to start, I want to get into turning pens and rings and do a bit of epoxy and that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot more things I'd like to get into, start turning. So if you'd like to join me on that journey on YouTube, don't forget to drop me a subscribe and be notified every time I come online. Yeah, you need a ring mantle for that. Yeah, it has been done, Hunter. Has been done. Thank you very much, Yux. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Does mean an awful lot to me. Any likes, comments, subscribers, that kind of thing. Hunter, vacuum pot. I did have a vacuum pot. I sent it back. Bought the wrong thing. Did buy the wrong thing because I needed. Pressure pot. Yeah, vacuums are good for castings, but for doing bowl blank, etc., you need to you need a pressure pot because it puts the bubbles under so much pressure they become literally. I've got a few toys in here. With a chainsaw, shower system, mini lathe, sanding station, air cleaner, extraction system, bandsaw. So yeah, got a few bits and pieces in here. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get them, but people say, how did you get all that stuff? And I said, bit by bit by bit. Yeah, it's quite costly stuff, so yeah, you're not going to build it in 1 week, but I've got a compressor down there as well for pressurising the pot. I've seen it. I've got the Still petrol 2-stroke, but it's good for chopping up blanks. All right. You smell it there. It smells lovely in here. It does smell lovely. Yeah, it does smell good in here. Right, I'm just going to take that with the carbide a minute. Because I've just created a right lip in there and I'm going to get it with the carbide. was actually carbide is what I started on. So yeah, and I went up to traditional tools and I couldn't get it and we're back to carbide, and now I use both. Now I use both. Let's go back to the 3/8 ball gouge. You know, a little tad bit deeper. If you haven't subscribed already, just a quick reminder, it is free. Okay. Just think of that ring. £800, okay. Copying your reactions, gamer? What do you mean? Yeah, I did wonder. You say sometimes YouTube has this habit of freezing my chat sometimes, so but we've nearly made the bowl. We've nearly made it, okay? I want to get into this bottom corner now, okay? Here's this bottom corner. I'd probably go a little bit deeper than that, but we'll see. I have actually ordered another bowl gouge, 1/4 inch bowl gouge. What am I making? It's going to be a nice fruit bowl. Nice fruit bowl. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I was going to say it's one of my favourite types of timber to turn is oak. So just realised a tiny bit of the pith here, tiny bit. So what I'd like to do is, where's my square tip carbide? We'll remove that pith. Because if we leave it in, it'll split the bowl. So if you've wrapped a Christmas present, it's still here, Dave. It's still here. I will get round to it at some point. $141 likes. Wow. Really can't thank you all enough. Really do appreciate it. It does mean an awful lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's starting to come together now, isn't it? Really starting to come together. What I'd like to do, get my 1/2 inch bowl gouge out. It's pretty beefy, but we'll see how we go. No, I'm going to try some walnut oil on it. I'm try some walnut oil on this piece. Smells lovely, walnut oil does. Smells good enough to drink. Not that I would drink it, but it does smell absolutely incredible. The only reason I don't use it enough is because it's expensive. No, did you say olive oil? Walnut oil. Okay. Oak Anthony. British oak. What I'd like to try and do now is bring back in my bowl scraper. So this profile here comes in, but we need to have it more up rather than straight, and we just come in very light cuts, very light cuts. That didn't take much. Didn't take long at all. Didn't take long at all. So, we've got our bowl, okay? We've got our bowl. Let's sand it. $150 likes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate it. It helps me out massively because it really does wonders for the algorithmic thing, whatever that is. What makes it? It is Hamlet. Yep, Hamlet. I know it looks backwards, but that's YouTube mirroring it. Right. Lovely and smooth. Lovely and smooth. Yes, Hamlet Dave. Well, here, could do. What, as in curve it round? Does it have a more of a smoother edge? Oh yeah. Well, actually, weapon of choice, the 8th. Yeah, I ordered my ball gouge 2 days ago and it didn't turn up next day, and I got in touch with Axminster and I said, where's my ball gouge? They said, no, it's been posted. Just the delivery man's taking its ages to get here. go. Bit better. Thins it out a little bit, but still looks right though. Should make it all the way around. It is. Oh, let's go all the way around the bowl. Maybe. Thank you very much, Tim. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. I've put a tool mark in it. Right in the top of there. My apologies. That's better. Damn it. Why on earth? Let me just take that back a bit. Up. Yeah. Get that centered. Get that bottle straight back in there. That's better. Gotta be right. Gotta be right. Excuse me. I'm getting over the worst cold that I've had for a good few days. 164 now, Rob. 164. Going well today. Going well today. Okay. 120 grit now. 165. Thank you very much, everyone. Everyone, shall I say. It's icy today. Icy, Robin. We've been hit with a spell of snow on the mountains. It's pretty rubbish weather out there, to be honest. $167 likes. Thank you very, very much. No, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. 240, and then I'm going to put some more walnut oil on. Not olive oil, walnut oil. The only reason I load a phone. The only reason I don't use walnut oil very often is because it's expensive. Yep. What I'm looking for. Oh God, don't drop it. It's a glass bottle. I have got actually a burl on the way. I've got a burl on the way. A horse chestnut burl. So it's on its way. Won it on eBay last night. So yeah, I think I'll pre-record that so I don't mess it up. So, but yeah, I'm gonna say it's. I've also got some spalted beech. Oh, I'll tell you what, stay there, stay right there. I turned a platter the other day, spalting in this. You off, are you? Yeah, spalted beech, man. And I can get my hands on loads of it because there's a mill not far from me. And, oh, it is pretty, isn't it? That is very nice, mate, yeah. And he sent me a load of blanks. Don't intend to buy gold blanks, but if they look like this, then I'll have loads. I've still got a tenner on there. Yeah, pretty, don't it? Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. So my other half does not want me to give this one away. She says it's staying in the kitchen, but it's dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. I think it's down to about 8% moisture. It's dry. It's like crispy dry. But yeah, it's yeah, stunning, and I've got loads of it. I've got loads of the spalted beech, all different sizes and shapes. So really nice piece. Really nice piece. Right. What I'm going to do, I did think about that. You know. Right, this is where I want to go easy on this stuff because it's expensive, man. A lot more expensive than tung oil. It smells gorgeous. It smells like walnuts. Goes a long way, but doesn't have that same shine as tung oil, but just put it on gradually. I was only here the other day having a tidy up, and I was like, what's that mess there? What's that spill on the floor? Whole bottle of chain oil. Empty bottle of chain oil now, but stuff smells amazing. It's not the same shine as tung oil, but ooh, that smells lovely. Does smell lovely, that. What I did do was a piece of sycamore. Put this stuff on it, wood dye. Totally ruined the piece of sycamore. Totally ruined it. So it's one of those do not attempt that ever again, Dan. Ever. Ruined the piece of beautiful wood. Tried sanding it off, and just made a mess. Sticky mess, you're damn right it was. Chuck a load of sawdust over it. There we are. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. 169 likes. Wow, man. Wow. Thank you very, 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 very much. 170. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. Lock it. Knock that off. Nice piece of oak. Sure, we just went up to 170 and then it's just gone back to 169. It's alright. 169 is pretty good. It's spalting coming through where the white oak was. It's like a green band, like a rainbow. Thank you very much, Brian. Really appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, it's. Should we measure it? Shall we measure it? Before we do, Eight and a quarter inches. 8 1/4. By, let's minus the 10 and, is it 8 1/4, did I say? Yeah, 8 1/4 by 3 1/2. It's not a bad size. It's not a bad size. But yeah, overall, happy with that. Very happy with that. It's oak is beautiful to work with. Beautiful. And yeah, this one's going to go away. It smells lovely. Smells lovely. Let's see on the other side. It's turn it that way. Be better. Some colour variations from here to some of the spalting as it comes up into the tan of the oak, the hard. Get a few shredded wheat in there. You certainly would. Certainly would. I was going to say it's. I mean, I haven't turned a bowl for the last few days because I've had a stinking cold, and getting rid of it now, getting over it. But yeah, it's nice to get back in the workshop. Really, it's nice to get back in the workshop. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody who's liked, commented, subbed, subscribed, watching my progress. Yeah, I was going to say it does mean an awful lot to me, and anybody who's dropped me a sub, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, I shall be back again soon. I've got a few things to sort out tomorrow because I've got a mammoth drive, and so I won't be on tomorrow. And yeah, just gonna say it's. But yeah, you all have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. It's a nice rustic ramen bowl. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It reminds me similar to. Similar. This one needs another coat of oil. Yeah. Take a shape, take the time, but yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate it, and yeah, just inspires me to keep coming back. But I shall leave it there. You know what the plan is now. Cup of tea, clean up, tidy up, and I shall be back before you know it. But yeah, have a good evening, good day, good afternoon. Stay safe. God bless, and look after yourselves. And I shall see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching YouTube. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.